That caller was disconnected because our time was up. Moving on to the next caller. Reverend Rigi, you are now unmuted. Can you please state what agenda item you're calling on?
6A, 6D, and public comment.
Thank you. Your 3 minutes starts now.
I'm calling for justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. Been calling since December 2018 with Black Lives Matter Los Angeles. Your video failed to show that people have been showing up and calling for and demanding for justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. You refuse, you delay, and you deny any type of justice for black people in the city of Torrance. This coming Sunday, we celebrate Pentecost. You have to remember that there's politics to Pentecost. In Deuteronomy, the 16th chapter and the 18th verse, it says to do justice. Don't delay justice, but do justice on the day of Pentecost. You all have been denying, delaying, and forgetting about black people and black folks' struggles there in the city of Torrance. Not only has Black Lives Matter and the family of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell been calling for the Civilian Review Board, but L.A. County Grand Jury told your racist bitch asses to put a Civilian Review Board over your racist police department. But because you rather spread propagandas with videos of Pat Fury happy racist bitch ass and spread videos of all you all slapping each other in the fucking face and acting like shit is all cool and shit, go fuck yourself, okay? This is about justice. This is not about y'all fucking fake-ass, performative-ass, fucking everything is all right. You need to go fuck yourself. We need justice in 2021. If you haven't learned anything from the George Floyd trial, you are forgetting that justice is at the top of any agenda in any city, from Minneapolis to Torrance to Los Angeles. Justice is what should have been on that fucking video. Not fucking Pat Fury's bitch ass. Not fucking those city council folks' bitch ass. We need justice. We need justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. Justice from Minneapolis. Justice in Torrance. Justice. Don't give us your bullshit. Don't give us your fake-ass lies. We need justice. Fire that fucker Matthew Concannon. Fire that racist motherfucker Anthony Chavez. We need justice. I don't want no more Pat Fury's bitch ass. I don't want no more Leroy Jackson bitch ass. We need Justice in Torrance's bitch ass. We need justice. I don't want to hear that one more agenda item that talks about Pat Fury slapping.
Mayor, that caller was disconnected because his time was up. Moving on to the next caller. Melissa W., you are now unmuted. Can you please state what agenda item you're calling on?
Yes, 6D and 7 orals.
Thank you. Your 2 minutes starts now.
I first want to congratulate and thank the Strategic Plan Committee for their report. Watching the presentation was great. I even remembered now that I maybe even participated in some of the community input. But wonderful job, and I know it took a lot of work. The second thing I'm calling about today, as I mentioned in previous council meetings, I had an invitation out to all our residents to show their support for the police during this two-week period from now until May 31st by tying a blue ribbon on a tree or a fence or something in your yard to show your support for the police during this National Police Week, which was last week. I have to say I was so honored to be walking in my neighborhood the last couple days putting up blue ribbons, and the overwhelming support I have gotten from all the neighbors. I haven't heard one bad thing, which, you know, one bad thing can make all the good things sound terrible and can just take it away. But we've had nothing but positive support. I had a lady even come back to me today and said, could I get another ribbon for my tree that's over here and a couple blocks away? I mean, it's just been wonderful. So I just want to remind everybody, put your blue ribbons up for the next 2 weeks, and we support our police. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mayor, that caller disconnected herself. Moving on to the next caller. Karina K., you are now unmuted. Can you please state what agenda item you're calling on?
Hi, Oral Communications.
Thank you. Your 1 minute starts now.
All right. We're obviously sick and tired of your presentations. They're whack, they're disingenuous, and they're a waste of everyone's fucking time. You think you are going to move on and pretend that a young man wasn't murdered by police in your city, that police murder doesn't happen in Torrance, California, and it does. His name is Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. You will never, ever fucking forget him. He was murdered by Torrance Police Department, and we demand justice. We demand accountability. Where is the justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell? What action have you taken to allow for accountability and justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell? What have you done besides give the killer cops raises and more accolades like you guys like to do? What have you? That is what you have done. That is what you have done, and that is why you have people calling every single fucking week. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you for getting in the way of justice. Shame on you for making yourselves obstacles and roadblocks to justice.
Mayor, that caller was disconnected because their time was up. Moving on to the next caller. Julia R., you are now unmuted. Can you please state what agenda item you're calling on?
6D and General Oral.
Thank you. Your 2 minutes starts now.
First, I want to join so many others in lifting up the name of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. Another week of ridiculous show of clownery by y'all. You are hypocrites. Hypocrites, all of you. How can you share this ridiculous video at the beginning of the call? How can you sit there and watch when you know the murder of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell? What egos must you have to think you are better than a Supreme Court nomination? You guys, you motherfuckers think you're better than that. Oh my God. If you have nothing to hide, make a civilian oversight commission. But it's been 2 years, so we know that you're sitting on something, and we know what it is. You know we know the evils you are dancing around. Everything you represent is shallow. You only speak meaningless words. Like, what do you do? I literally don't understand what you do. I don't see you do anything. Justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. Are any of you parents? What would you do if your child had been murdered? Fire officers Contanan and Chavez. They killed someone before Christopher, and if they're not fired, they are going to kill another resident of Torrance. These are residents that you represent. You'll always talk about law and order, and fuck you. You have murderers with badges roaming around on your street. These are not just numbers. This was a young man with a life and a family. This is not about you looking some sort of way on a video. This man's life was taken from him and from his family. What don't y'all get? I don't give a shit about your fucking bitch-ass blue ribbons. This is about a man's life. A man's life. It is literally a matter of life and death. What a waste of time you fucks are every week. You pieces of shit. You mean nothing. You are just obstacles. Obstacles. That is going to be your legacy. You are going to be obstacles. You could fucking change that at any fucking time, but you choose to be obstacles.
Mayor, that caller was disconnected because their time was up. Moving on to the next caller. Pam P., you are now unmuted. Can you please state what agenda item you're calling on?
Yes. Did you say Pam P.?
Yes.
Yes, I'm calling on orals and 9C.
Thank you. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Yes, good evening. I'm Pam Popovich, a resident of the Hollywood Riviera, and I've been following this item as it developed through the commission discussions and wanted to make sure I commented on it tonight. Earlier today, I received a copy of the letter sent to you all by Jim Montgomery, a TEQECC commissioner and also a Riviera neighbor. I want to echo his statements in support of regulation. First of all, that there are funds available from a South Coast Air Quality Management District program that will cover up to 75% of the cost of replacing gas-powered landscape equipment with electric. Torrance should definitely take advantage of this money while it's available to greatly reduce the cost of this transition to the city. And in addition, Jim pointed out, the technology is ready. Battery-powered landscaping equipment has dramatically improved in terms of performance and runtime, up to hours at a time on a charge for a backpack battery-style electric-powered landscape equipment. I also agree, and this is what has really disturbed me over the years, that noise and air pollution, health, and environmental issues are all key concerns of the public, and that the voice of the people of Torrance is clear on this topic. It is time for us to act now. Let's not defer regulation of landscaping equipment any longer. And in closing, I strongly propose that you approve the first group of items of the Commission recommendation. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Mayor, that caller disconnected herself. Moving on to the next caller. Jim M., you are now unmuted. Can you please state what agenda item you're calling on?
I'm speaking on item 9C. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Your 1 minute starts now.
Thank you. So, yes, I'm a commissioner on the Environmental Quality and Energy Conservation Commission. I've been a commissioner for 6 years, 2 years as its chairperson, and I'm speaking for myself and not my fellow commissioners tonight. And I did send that letter today, and I really just want to reiterate that we've been talking about this for many years now, and every time we talk about it, the desire is overwhelming by the public to either ban leaf blowers or at a minimum to replace them with electric. Our last commission meeting, there was in May 2021, there were over 50 citizens that weighed in, and over 80% wanted a complete ban or a transition to electric. And tonight, I'm reading the supplemental, and there's 24 citizens that have weighed in, and all 100% want a ban or a transition to electric, and 0 are against no action.